Chapter 4 about flowers. Pupavaka. Flower, why the Buddha take flower here in this Dhammapada? So it is just compare. So we have English translation, so I will not go all the translation, just only summarize. The Buddha compare our practice like the flowers as a flower, and also compare the monks to something related to flower. Generally, flower is good seed. So everyone like to see flower, like to smell flower, like to touch flower, like to visit the garden where is a lot of flower. So we like it. Also the bee also like flower, not fly. So flies and bees different. Fly like dirty thing. Bees like flower. And the monk also like a bee who collects a taste of flower and build a very good honey, but never destroy that flowers. Compared to the monks, we are from in different families to become monks, and we practice. We follow the Buddha paths. We go to collect the alms around in village. We never destroy our disciplines. We never destroy the peoples. This is the monk Buddha compared to the bee, and flower is like the people, like the confidence of those in Buddhism. Some flower are very attractive, very beautiful, but very bad smell. Very bad smell, stinky. Some flowers, like practitioner. For example, we are monks. We wearing the robe. We shave the hair, but we don't practice. It is like a flower, only good look, but no smell, but not beauty smell. So this is comparing to the flower with a good look, but not good at touch, not good at smell. The monks good at look, wearing the robe, shaving the hair, but not practice. And some the Buddha compare our virtue. Those bhikkhu samanera who practice very well, who are in Dhamma, in Sila, moralities. And this morality fragrance, the good smell, odor, can spread everywhere, even against the wind. But all the smell of flower, just a lotus, jasmine, or whatever flower, even though it's so fragrant, so odors, but these smells of flower cannot go against the wind. In the opposite way, the odor, the fragrance of our practice, the virtuous monk, even against the wind, everywhere. So this is the comparison that the Buddha have compared for us. In this Pupavaka, the vaka of flower, so just to um, make yourself like a flower in some occasion, and make like those who related flower in some occasion, and not to be like a flower only in some occasion. For one more thing that the Buddha uh, advises, there are a lot of flower that we see today. We have a lot of flower, but the garland, the flower makers can make a very beautiful garlands, flower garland from the hips of many flower. Likewise, if we know that our life is short, our life is suffer, we can collect the merit from many things. From our eyes, we see poetry, we see the Buddha statues, we read the books. From our mouth, we can recite the Dharma, we can say the good words, we can communicate in good word. By our ear, we can hear the Dharma, we can listen the Dharma. By our body, we can bow to the poetry, we can bow to the monk, we can bow to Mahatera. By our mind, we can concentrate, we can think of, we can reflect of the Dhamma. So this is how we collect the flower. We collect the merit from everything. One object, like in the first chapter, one object, the same objects. If you see, if you think in bad way, it should be bad. If you think in good way, it should be good. So as the sons of the Buddha, of the son and daughter of the Buddhas, we should be positive. So this is about the Puppavaka, the chapter 4 about flower. And now come to the chapter 5, Balavaka. Balavaka, the chapter on the fool. Why? Why the Buddha use this word? In some scholar they reject why the Buddha said this word bala, foolish. The Buddha also said to the monk, you are foolish to do like this, something like that. But it is just only to let you know, to let you know that, like the first stanza, Dikha Chakarato Ratti. When you drink a lot of coffee, you cannot sleep, and the night is too long for you. When you cannot sleep, the night is too long for you. And when you are very tired, like this morning, we said 1.5 kilometer. But if you tired, you sleep not good last night, and then 1.5 kilometer become 5 kilometers, something like that. And also compared to human beings that do not know the Dhamma. So our samsara, the cycle of the world, the cycle of suffering also will continue from birth to birth, from existence to existence, long and long. Because this world never ended. Like the Buddha said in Samyutta Nikaya, Anamatako yang bhikkhave sangsaro pubbha kodena panyayati. So these cycles of the world, full of suffering, we do not know the beginning, and no one know when it's ended. Why? Avijja nivaranang tanaha sangyojana saptanang sangsaratang sandhavitang. So because of ignorance as hindrance that cover us, not open the human being to understand the reality. Tanha sangyojana, our craving, desire, just tied human being to this world. That's why human beings just travel from birth to birth, from place to place, from existence to existence. This is the natures of human being that called foolish. Because in Buddhist perspective of use, when unless you still in Pathujana realm, the realm of the no more this people, it means you still foolish. When you when you enter the first stream, Sotapanna, the second one, Sagadagami, and Anagami, and Arhat, it is called vice. So that we are still fools all together. But we are practice, we are follow the Buddha paths to eliminate all those bad things. And we find the good solution. And like like in the third stanza, the Buddha mentioned actually many people, human beings, just worry. Where is my son? I have son, I have my property, I have wives, I have daughters, I have properties. But the Buddha said, even yourself is nothing. Why you crying? Why you are why you are worried about your son, about your daughter, about your wife, about your everything. Even yourself, you not worry. Even yourself is nothing. So it is the nature of the of the fool. And yes, in this Balavaga, 16 verses is very comparable to many things, but you can read the English translation that already translated, but you just see the comparison that the Buddha mentioned for you. And if you know yourself that you still cover with craving, you still have defilement, it means you are finding the way to be a wise. Even though you are wise, but you still not aware, you still cling in this world, if you are still foolish. So that's why now we are going to the paths that the Buddha leads us, and that we follow him, and we determine, we focus on the paths, and we will liberate one day, following the Buddha path. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.